Good evening and welcome to the news at 8 on Lagos Television. I am Omoumi Okeo. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has restated his administration's resolve to equip the Nigerian police force and improve the welfare of its personnel as part of ongoing efforts to protect and serve Nigerians effectively. The president, represented by his vice, Kashim Shettima, at the personnel parade and unveiling of the regular officers course 6 at the Nigerian Police Academy in Woodley, Kano State, listed critical measures being undertaken by the administration, including acquisition of new vehicles, communication equipment, and forensic tools to enhance crime detection and prevention.
Our government is working tirelessly to improve the quality of life for all police personnel and their families. A satisfied and well-cared-for police officer is essential to ensuring the safety and security of our people. We have also embarked on a nationwide recruitment drive to address the long-standing issue of understaffing within the police force. This initiative will inject new energy into the force, reduce overworking, and provide more opportunities for all Nigerians to serve their country. A well-resourced police force is fundamental to national security, and we are committed to seeing this through.
President Tinubu added that his government is committed to sustainable growth and his administration is fully aware that the development of any country is directly woven into the strength of its institutions. The presidency says it has received a memo from the spokesman for President Bola Tinubu, Ajiri Ngelale, to proceed on an indefinite leave of absence due to personal and health-related reasons. The statement, which was not signed by any individual, states that the president has received the memo from Ajiri Ngelale, special advisor to the president on media and publicity, and special presidential envoy on climate action, informing of his decision to proceed on an indefinite leave of absence for personal and health reasons. The statement added that the president accepts his reasons for the leave and sympathizes with the circumstances that have led to this seemingly difficult decision, while noting his tireless efforts and dedication in serving the nation and thanking him for the remarkable contributions he made in his various capacities, especially in advancing national discourse and leading efforts on climate change. The Lagos State First Lady, Dr. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, has unveiled plans for this year's National Women's Conference, which will begin September 10, 2024. This year's conference will host some governors, including Ume Uno of Akwa Ibom State, and women across the country. Adetola Kayode reports.
The annual National Women's Conference, put together by the Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials Council, is this time built for September 10 and 11, 2024. The conference, the 24th in its series, which will be hybrid, that's virtual and physical, will help point women in right direction of progress, be confident, breaking boundaries in any field, engaging in smart farming, and among other things, empowering communities to thrive.
Women globally are challenging the status quo by contributing immensely to the changing work environment and influencing the world positively. In the last 5 years, through this gathering, Council has dealt extensively with themes that have assisted women to transform from who they were to better and more productive individuals in the society.
This year's National Women's Conference, themed Soil Beyond Boundaries, enrich the communities, promise to be a very robust experience, one that is rejuvenating, knowledge driving, morals inspiring, impactful, informative, and deeply fulfilling.
I encourage each of us to think about how we can, in our individual way, contribute to this mission. Let us continue to break barriers, foster inclusivity, and empower our communities to thrive.
The First Lady, Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, added that a number of professionals, including the governors of Akwa Ibom, Ume Uno, Osun, Ademola Adeleke, will be on ground to share thoughts and engage meaningfully.
For this year, we're expecting up to 3,000 participants physically and 1,500 virtually from various ministries, departments, and agencies. To spice up this year's annual conference is the anticipated gala night, loaded with maximum entertainment and raffle draws that will bring about exciting prizes for lucky participants.
There'll also be a pre-conference awareness walk in Badagry on Tuesday, 3rd September 2024. The theme for this year's conference is Soar Beyond Boundaries, Enriching Communities. Aditola Kayode, OTV News.
Media organizations have been advised to mobilize efforts that will ensure gender equality and women's empowerment in Nigeria. This admonition is coming at the United Nations Roundtable meeting with media executives on gender inclusiveness. Adekola Astrop files in this report. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, the average women's participation in governance stands at 6.7%, despite women accounting for 49.4% of Nigeria's population, with 5 states of the 36 states having female candidates contesting for a seat at the National Assembly. This roundtable meeting by the United Nations Women's Forum with media executives is another advocacy campaign to bridge this gap and canvas for media content that will eliminate gender discrimination against women and encourage inclusiveness.
Even if you want to compare the number, we have women that can even far outnumber the number of men that are qualified to occupy positions in this country. But what are those fundamental issues that are mitigating against this? I think the political area should be looked into.
It has been shown clearly by statistics that gender inequalities have the capacity to reduce the gross domestic product of a country up to about 3%, which is, in terms of monetary value, would be billions of naira. So the country is losing in terms of lives, it's losing in terms of opportunities, it's losing in terms of money, it's losing in terms of sustainable development. That's why we are saying we need all the hands on deck.
Speakers at the forum identified gender discrimination, lack of economic resources, and lack of support for females as major causes for the gender gap and female participation in leadership.
The reason we're talking about women, because women are the low-hanging fruit. We're a soft solution to the problem of the development, the socio-economic challenges that Nigeria is currently facing. If we can just focus on addressing the concerns, the barriers, the limitations to enable women to be included into the society, to be included into the economy, to be included into the polity, to be included into our governance structures and systems, it will advance, it will lift all of us up, both men and women.
We're hoping that women's issues as it concerns national development would not be on page 90 of newspapers, but will also be able to attract front page visibility. Why? It's important that together we accelerate the development of Nigeria. We cannot, and I stress, we cannot leave one behind for the other.
The event, with the theme Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment in Nigeria, also witnessed the signing of a memorandum of understanding by media stakeholders in encouraging women's participation in leadership. The Nigeria Council for Women's Societies had advised youths, especially females, to be resilient, hardworking, and law-abiding. They said this when they paid a visit to the Female Correctional Center in Kirikiri as part of activities to mark the executive's first year in office. They also commit to paying for inmates who are serving sentences that are bailable.
The first year, we empower widows, like 100. We give them something. Then we do IWD, that is International Women's Day. That is what we have been able to do now.
We felt we should show some sign of commitment and empathy, encouragement to those people who are not very much happy on this side. Give them some hope.
Freedom is a fortune. If we lose our freedom, that is when we will know that it is not good to be in captive. So in captivity, please, we want to plead with all our female outside there, the youths, everybody. Let us try as much as possible to stay out of trouble. There's nothing that we can compare to our freedom.
We are here to find out how they are faring, how they are being treated, the opportunities that they have as regards furthering themselves educationally, because education is something that must go on from birth till death.
It represented sanitary pads, food items, detergent, foodwares, and others. Victims of the fire incident at the Dosumu Market in the Idumota area of Lagos Island are commending Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for compensating them as promised. They were speaking during the check presentation to another batch of tenants and shop owners in continuation of the symbolic check presentation earlier done by Mr. Governor. Adekola Hastrop files in this report.
On April 9, about 14 buildings were gutted by fire at Dosumu Market in the Idumota area of Lagos Island, which led to the closure of the market to forestall further damages. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's promise to compensate the victims during an assessment visit to the market was kept recently at a symbolic check presentation to the market's leadership. This gathering is the continuation of the presentation of checks to tenants and shop owners, following a proper inventory and identification of the victims.
I'm very happy with Lagos State government for compensating us over this issue and this incident.
I don't expect such like this. I didn't expect. So I just thank the federal government, state government for coming to our aid in this time. And I really thank them.
The accident that happened, we have most damage, and which we are not expecting the damage. But all thanks to God, we are alive. And with this big amount of money I've given us, we pray that the good Lord will bless him and bless Lagos State.
Commissioner for Special Duties and Intergovernmental Relations, Gbenga Oyerinde, says the gesture is a testament to government's commitment to supporting those affected.
Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu have done been a great support to them, and they least expected this, because the interpretation of the public about governance is that whatever promise they make, they never fulfill. But here in Lagos, we have been able to prove to Lagosians that our government is quite different, and whatever we tell the public or we are committed to, we'll make sure we achieve them.
See, the people that are collecting their money today, they were required to have their LASTRA. And if they had had it before, it would have been a very quick process. But we are here on ground and we're registering them. So I want to just encourage everybody to just go out there and get your LASTRA.
Today, you can see there's a process going on showing a proper identity of being a resident of Lagos through the LASTRA card. It's also a means of us showing to them that once they are registered in Lagos, the Lagos State government is responsible for them, which in turn shows that they have to pay their tax.
Oyerinde further stresses government's commitment to providing immediate relief and long-term support to all Lagosians, even as it continues to build a more resilient center of excellence.
The Lagos State University Medical Students Association has organized an entrepreneurship summit for members with the theme Versatility and Entrepreneur Navigating Economic Challenge for Sustainable Innovation. Our health correspondent, Amina Telegushi, tells us more.
This entrepreneurship summit, organized by the Lagos State Medical Student Association, is held annually to help medical students be more commercially aware.
They are going to practice in an ever-changing workplace, and more than ever, there's a need for them to, deploy more creativity, more innovation, even in the practice of medicine. And of course, for those who may be interested in other things aside their conventional studies, we hope that as we pull in resources, as we pull in speakers, and they have meaningful conversations, that medical students can pick ideas, ignite their potentials and see how to take things to the next level.
So we have medical students that venture into a lot of businesses. Some of them sell the day-to-day what we use. Some of them have medical startups. So this program is like a way to help them to showcase their projects to the public, and those are selling things to have a wider view, a wider publicity. As such, it will reduce their the financial burden on them and as well as their parents.
Over the years, medical students are just they've been conditioned to just face medicine, and this is a summit that will push them to look beyond the stethoscope, and that's outside the confines of the usual medical career.
Medical students can do things outside of medicine, and this is also to encourage medical students that they don't need to also always focus on their medical career. They can also include every other thing with it.
The keynote speaker, who had an engaging discussion on navigating economic challenge for sustainable innovation, emphasized the importance of embracing challenges as part of growth and the need to embrace technology.
We need money, all right, to even do some good, right? So it's good to teach medical student entrepreneurship such that when they start their practice, they know how to make money, and then that money can be put back into the business to get good equipment, to get good knowledge that can then add value to their patients and the country as a whole.
Technology is like the wealth of this century, is the wealth of this time. So as a young person, there is so much you can do using technology, and if you take that very serious, I think you can start something leveraging the power of technology, and then using that to also look at what you're doing in school as a medical professional to like plug them together.
Having a business is not as easy as it looks. It has exposed a lot of students as well who want to start up their own business to know that there's risk factors there, there's disadvantages and advantages. It has shown them that it's not as easy as it looks, and also pave the way for them and make the journey smoother for them as well.
The Yale Summit, according to the organizers, will serve as a catalyst that will motivate medical students to explore. Aminat Elegushi, LTV News.
Air travelers passing through Lagos had to prepare for an exciting confectionery experience as Burger King Nigeria, a leading quick service restaurant chain, opens a new outlet at the Muritala Mohammed Airport Terminal 2 in Lagos. Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, Burger King Nigeria, a subsidiary of Allied Food Confectionery Services, Rashid Ibrahim, says the expansion into the airport market is part of the brand's strategic growth plan aimed at enhancing customer convenience and tapping into the bustling travel sector. We have details in this report.
Nigeria, a leading quick-service restaurant chain, has marked a significant milestone with the opening of its first airport outlet at Murtala Mohammed Airport Terminal 2 in Lagos. The MMA2 outlet is strategically positioned to cater to the high traffic of travelers passing through one of Nigeria's busiest airports. With a unique dining experience that blends Burger King's global reputation for quality with local flavors. Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Burger King Nigeria, a subsidiary of Allied Food Confectionery Services, Rashid Ibrahim, describes the expansion journey as remarkable, adding that opening 16 restaurants in 33 months is part of effort to bring the brand to every corner of Nigeria.
I'm really proud to lead this team, and I'm happy to welcome each and every one of you as you celebrate store number 16 for Burger King Nigeria right here at MMA. Thank you so much.
To drive customer engagement, Burger King Nigeria partnered with Ibom Air for an exciting promotion. Customers who spend 7,000 naira or more at the new MMA2 outlet will partake in a lucky dip, which offers an opportunity to win a domestic return ticket on Ibom Air. The introduction of the new outlet underscores Burger King Nigeria's commitment to expanding its footprint and adapting to the needs of its diverse customers base with focus on quality, convenience, and customer satisfaction.
The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has intercepted consignments of cocaine and pharmaceutical opioids concealed in ladies' sanitary pads and hair treatment cream containers heading to the United Kingdom, Ireland, and Cyprus. A statement signed by Director Media and Advocacy said that in one of the logistics companies, not less than 30 parcels of cocaine weighing 1.1 kilograms were concealed in hair cream containers were recovered by officers of the Directorate of Operations and General Investigation during the examination of cargoes going to Ireland on Tuesday, September 3, 2024. The statement adds that another consignment of 24 parcels of cocaine weighing 862 grams, also hidden in hair cream containers meant for delivery in the UK, were equally intercepted by the same company on Friday, September 6, while a total of 525 pills of tramadol, 225 milligram, and ecstasy concealed in ladies' sanitary pads going to Cyprus was seized at another courier firm in Lagos on Tuesday, September 3. The NDLEA further said that a shipment of 200 ampoules of promethazine injection and pentazone injection hidden in food items and herbs, leading to London, UK, was also seized by operatives on Wednesday, September 4. In sport, winners have emerged in various categories as the 2024 CBN National Junior Tennis Championship came to a thrilling conclusion in Lagos. The national tournament, which featured competitions for under 12, 14, and 16 boys and girls, produced outstanding results as the best junior players continue their development. We have details in this report.
Rising star Goodluck Teso from Benue State continued his impressive run at the Central Bank of Nigeria Junior Tennis Tournament, winning the under 12 and 14 boys categories. The 2024 edition of the annual tournament climaxed at the Lagos Lawn Tennis Club, Onikon, with winners emerging in other categories for boys and girls. Coached by his father, Moses, Teso whirled through the tournament, claiming impressive scalps before defeating Chukwubuikem Amasiani from Abuja 3-1 to win the under-12 title. The 12-year-old then upset Issa Yahaya in the under-14, which he also won 3-1.
I won another tournament before this one, so I know that I'm coming to win this one. I want to be all over the world and come back and present my country, Nigeria.
This is the first time Goodluck is coming to Lagos. We always play in Abuja where we base, and we win a lot of tournaments in Abuja. But coming up in Lagos, this is the first time, so I'm so happy.
In the girls under-14 final, Ofifoluwa Atilola from Lagos started a remarkable tournament by winning her inaugural title in the category. The 10-year-old defeated Bisola Ogunkolade from Ekiti State 3-0.
I really say they did a very good job because us players enjoyed the tournament and other people we could play against. To be the woman #1 and win the US Open, Wimbledon and other big competition.
In the under-16 category, Gloria Samuel defeated Good News I Know in all Ekiti girls final 3-2, and David Edward from Lagos beat Dubem Amasiani from Abuja 4-0. The annual tournament, organized by the Central Bank of Nigeria in collaboration with the International Tennis Academy, has become a veritable platform for junior players to exhibit their skills and develop their talent. Championship coordinator and founder, International Tennis Academy, Godwin Kienka, commended the performance of the kids, stating that the tournament shows that Nigeria's tennis future is bright.
I think our foundation is solid. It's a matter of now moving from this foundation to the transit into the senior levels. So we are hoping that one of them can win the seniors by the age of 14 and then go on to playing professional satellite tournaments at the age of 16. That way we can guarantee that Nigeria can produce a top 50 player in the next 5 years.
What kind of joy can the parents have to see the younger ones being brought up this way? They could have been somewhere else. But they are being brought up all the time. They train, they play the game of tennis, and we are very proud of them.
Winners in all categories were presented with trophies and tennis equipment for their effort at the week-long championship.
On the foreign scene, 3 Israeli men have been shot dead at the border points between Jordan and the occupied West Bank. Israeli officials say the gunman, identified by the Israeli military as Mazer Jazi, approached the Island Bay Bridge crossing from the Judean side in a truck, then got out and opened fire. The Israel Defense Forces said the security personnel eliminated the gunman and the IDF checked the truck over for signs of explosives. Jordan says it is investigating the incident, which happened in an Israeli-controlled area where Jordan vehicles offload goods entering the West Bank. The border point has now been closed from both sides. Israeli media reported the victims were named Johanan Shukri, 61, Yuri Banyan, 65, and Andre Marcelo, whose age was not given. The 3 men were said to be guards working at the border crossing, but were not military or police. Now, for more news, connect with Lagos Television on these social media platforms. Please remember to call Lagos toll-free line 767 or 112 in case of emergencies. Thanks for watching the news at 8. I am Omomi. Okay, well, good evening.
There is a lot of aesthetic effect about the fabric that distinguishes it from other materials from other lands.
Adire is an exotic fabric made from tie-and-dye. Textiles produced from Adire are viable means by which the rich Yoruba cultural heritage and ideas are being conveyed to other cultures. A visit to Akerele Market, Surulere, Lagos gave an insight to this beautiful work of art that comes in diverse forms. The streets, which have been completely